Okay, here we go, World of Warships, and I am driving my Tier 8 Japanese destroyer, the Kagero, and we are in a Tier 10 match here on the North map, and it's domination mode, and I'm sitting here thinking, alright, you know what, I'm in a destroyer, I've got a very small view range, and there you go, if you look in chat, when in a DD, there is no bad matchmaking, just more challenging matchmaking. And that's pretty much how I feel about this one. A couple of Shimakazes on the enemy team, so I got to watch out for the torp wall. But really, what I'm really concerned about is the enemy Udaloi and, of course, the radar cruisers over there. Those are going to be, well, make things kind of iffy. So, let's see, Matchmaker's Illusion, lunchtime doubly so. Okay. Anyway, I am headed down towards Bravo, the Bravo zone here, and the idea is I want to get in there and get some early spots of anybody moving back and forth, along with possibly capturing the Bravo zone. And again, I'm feeling pretty confident because I've got a 5.4 kilometer detection radius, and I've got RPF. And, well, I roughly know where the enemy ships, the nearest enemy ship is, but I'm not sure if it's one of those cruisers out there, right in front of me, the Des Moines or the Kutuzov, or there's a Shimakaze sitting a little bit closer. Well, anyway, yep, you can see that the our team is giving up on the alpha point. But I've got a lot of folks coming in to back me up here on the Bravo point. And like I said, I am getting some good spots. A couple of cruisers. There's Tirpitz and the Grosse Kurfürst over there. And we have already lost our first ship. Somebody just pounded our Hindenburg. So anyway, I'm doing what I can to get in here and very slowly advance. I don't want to just race ahead into Bravo, especially just knowing that there is an enemy ship reasonably close to me, and sure enough, there's the wall of skill coming from one of the one, or if not both, of the enemy Shimakazes. So our Khabarovsk has come in here, and he's helped me capture, and I've got the Otago and our Bismarck behind us, and there is the Grosse Kurfürst. He is easing forward, and I'm thinking, you know what, I want to get a torp drop on this guy, but which way is he going to go on me? Now, I've got torpedo acceleration on this particular captain, which means I only have an 8-click torps, and the Grosse Kurfürst is taking a lot of hits here. And I'm just about to the point where I want to drop, and I am worried about that Khabarovsk moving forward. But I noticed he was starting to back up, so I figured, you know what? Go ahead and launch. I am getting uncomfortably close to the Grosse Kurfürst, so I want to just go ahead and start accelerating and just get out of his detection range. And he's moving to get away from the Khabarovsk's torpedoes, and that means, well, 1, 2, 3, 4 hits and some flooding, and there we go, devastating strike to start the match. Although I take a hit from an unseen destroyer, or excuse me, maybe an unseen cruiser out there in the smoke, and yes, that was the Kutuzov. So I've managed to beach myself, but fortunately I did not manage to parallel park myself, which I have done on several occasions, which is always embarrassing. And I went ahead and used my first torpedo reload consumable to get that 8-second reload, so I wouldn't have to wait around, because I was thinking this Tirpitz here might be making a run around this island. Now, on the other hand, he knows I'm here, and I am located by, well, something nearby, and I believe it is that Udaloi there on the other side of the island, and I just want to get clear at this point and get out of detection radius. And I'm taking a nice pounding.
Torpedoes astern.
And here comes the wall of skill. Use my repair ability and get clear. And that Tirpitz looks like he might be running into the torps, but no, he slowed down and did not push it out. Okay, so first engagement, we've lost the Bismarck and Hindenburg. They've lost the Grosse Kurta first. So we still have our Yamato available. But where is he running around at anyway? Okay, he's moving towards the Charlie point.
Engine boost deactivated.
So, second set of torps didn't do anything against that Tirpitz. Darn. And now we've lost our Atago. So, I'm looking for something else to shoot at, and I was thinking about cutting through those islands to try to get a drop on the Izumo or one of those cruisers down there, but with the Udaloy there, that would have been a bad idea. And I had a while to go before my torpedoes are up. So anyway, I've got 20 seconds left, and I'm coming around this corner here, and you know what? This Bismarck looks like a nice, big, slow, juicy target. Only got to wait about 5 more seconds, and the replay bug is in place. You can see where I'm aiming, though. I don't want to get too close. One out. Hedge my bets by angling the second drop. 2 outs. I drifted a little closer to him than I wanted to, but that's okay. Just turn around and move away, and there we go. And I don't know if the Bismarck was not paying attention or if he was just moving at the wrong angle compared to my torps. But, yeah. 3 more torpedo hits, another devastating strike, and the Bismarck's down. Now, on the other hand, that Des Moines out there, you know what? Ah, darn. Okay, I really want that Des Moines to go down because, well, he's able to chew me up pretty quickly if he gets close enough for the radar to work on me. Alrighty, so we just killed their other Bismarck as well, so the scores are even. And although we've lost, well, we've lost 2 of our tier 10s to their tier 10s as well, 2 tier 8s. But this Missouri is about to go down. And again, I'm worried about that Des Moines. I'm just trying to keep him spotted at this point. I do not have smoke. All I have is the speed boost and the torpedo reload. And I'm looking for a reload here. And now I see the enemy Udaloy in the Bravo zone. So we are slightly behind on points. Looking for that. Just keep an eye out for torpedoes. And we've got a destroyer out capping D, gearing out there, and an Udaloy as well, but they are way outside and way away from the battle, so they're not going to be very helpful for a while. Now, on the other hand, the Des Moines is turning around and running away. So, I take a look at the mini-map. I see the Ibuki, and I see that there was a New Orleans in the smoke. And I see fire coming out of the smoke. So I just want to get a little bit closer to that enemy smoke there, and I'm trying to decide, do I want to do a wide drop or a narrow drop? You know what? I'll hedge my bets. I'll drop both torps wide, and maybe I'll get lucky. So, and just right after I drop that, the Izumo shows up right over there, and I would have had an excellent drop on him. Now I have to wait a minute 20 before I can put torps downrange on him. That's okay. Alright, we just exchanged a couple more cruisers. We swapped our Baltimore for their Des Moines, which is fine by me. And now we've got the Izumo, and I was looking at those aircraft, and I was like, yes, his spotting aircraft are going away, but I just got radar popped for just a couple of seconds, so that Izumo knows I'm here. Or at least he better know I'm here. Medic Newly. Damn, only 140k in damage. Who was that? That was the Des Moines. Couple of kills. So he did okay, but he got caught out. So 40 seconds on my torp reload. The Izumo is moving at almost a almost moving at a parallel course to my track. He's going to give me a good angle for a torp drop if he keeps moving the way I think he's moving. He'll probably want to angle against those 2 Tirpitzes. So with that in mind, again, I just want to make sure I open the distance up enough to not get spotted. And 5 seconds left on the reload. 4, 3, 2, 1, and he's turning. So, is he going to turn back and stay that way? You know what? Let's go ahead and drop. But I'm going to activate my torp reload boost and see what he does. And no, he goes ahead and turns back the other way. However, this is where having the torp reload booster is a huge advantage, and unfortunately you can't see the target indicator track, but he was swinging back around the other way, and I'm sure he was thinking, alrighty, unseen destroyer out there, he just dropped his torps, I'm safe. And guess what? He is not safe. He's about to eat, well, a handful of torps. Two more torps, and another hit. So, what do we do? What do we do? All right, I'm looking at the minimap. We are a hit on points. We have 2 cap points, Charlie and Delta versus their 2, Alpha and Bravo. There is the enemy Ibuki, and way down to the south is the enemy Udaloy and the Kutuzov, and their New Orleans and their Tirpitz are hanging around in the middle of the map. So at this point I'm thinking, let's go ahead and activate my speed boost, and let's go ahead and make a rush for A. So I'm just going to speed the replay up a little bit, because nothing really exciting happens here for the next few minutes, except, well, we lose our gearing, they lose their New Orleans, but I capture A. Now, I am watching, and we pick off their New Orleans. So now we're down 3 on 3, and our pair of our Tirpitzes, which are pushing through Charlie to pressure their Ibuki and the Kutuzov. But at the same time, I'm watching my RPF indicator, and it's giving me a reasonably good idea of where the last spotted, or the one unspotted ship is, and that's that Udaloy. I am worried about that Udaloy wherever he is. I'm at half health, and he can just chew me apart like anything else. I mean, I'm driving a Japanese destroyer. I just want to keep distance open on anything I can. So, the Ibuki, I've got him spotted, and there's the Kutuzov. Which is what I was thinking because of the smoke. But you know what? He's popped out within range of a Tirpitz. It's not going to go well for him. I'm in decent range, decently close range to this Ibuki. So I just go ahead and put a wide, well, 2 narrow spreads out, but I spread them out enough to hopefully catch this Ibuki off guard. And so far my torps are looking okay. So
in 5 minutes.
So far. However, he is paying attention to what's going on, and he slows down and he turns. And now, if you'll notice, the alpha point, it's being capped, obviously, by the enemy Udaloy. Yeah, and there's what gave him the warning. There's his spotting plane up there. So he knew it was on the way. So, and there's the Udaloy behind me. Now we are well up on points at this point. That's because we've taken and holding C, and for some reason our other Tirpitz is going back the other way. I don't know what his status is, so I'm willing to maybe cut him a little slack. At least we have one Tirpitz here, and he is trying to shoot up the Ibuki. And but right now I just need to run from both the Ibuki and the Udaloy. So 20 seconds on my torp reload. Minute 30 left on my oh, there you go, chat again. Alright. Tirpitz, probably shouldn't get yourself killed, so I'm assuming he didn't have a lot of health in there, telling me, run little DD, don't you die, we win, okay, just live, which is fine with me. But I did want to set up get a torp drop solution on this Ibuki, so 3, 2, 1, and I don't really want to let that Udaloy catch me. Good. So the Ibuki starts turning, and that's what lets me get a good dropout on this guy. And now my torp reload is back up, but I don't think I'm going to need it. There, but I use it anyway, just in case. I want to be able to drop. And there's 1 hit and 2 hits. So with that, onto the post-game stats. Yeah, we ended up winning on points there just a few seconds later. The Udaloy managed to evade destruction. But anyway, not too shabby. 3 devastating strikes, 483,000 credits, 155,000 damage. I finished 1 of the mission tasks, and well, yeah, you can see for yourself right there. Anyway, going on the team score, 2,493 base experience, and that's because I did take down 3 enemy warships who were higher tier than me, and 2 of those by devastating strikes. So our friendly Turpits picked up 3 kills. Our Udaloy picked up a couple of kills. So did the Gearing, and of course the enemy Udaloy, well, he managed to, like I said, evade destruction towards the end there. The enemy Kutuzov did fairly well. The Des Moines, didn't see how well he did overall. So anyway, moving on to the detailed report, 155,000 damage, just 5,000 flooding, but that's because I put so many torps into every one of my targets that, well, they just didn't have time to tick down very much flooding. And obviously no damage caused by my guns. Everything was done by the torpedoes. I did not fire my guns once that match. And then finally the credits and XP, 386,000 credits received. I'm running a premium account right now, and after I paid for everything I have to pay for, 390,000 credit profit. Picked up 3,700 experience. That was my first win for the day. So 7,600 XP going onto the ship, and 7,854 going to my captain. So the Kagero, it's a pretty good little ship. In my opinion at least, it kind of occupies the same niche at tier 8 that the Kamikaze occupies at tier 5. It's very stealthy. It packs a really good torpedo punch, and if you can get in there and catch somebody who's not quite aware of what's going on, especially if you have a torp reload available, then you can really do a lot of damage in a short amount of time, as we see here. So I like it. It's a good ship. And again, it's a nice stealthy ship, which is very important, especially when you're playing higher tiers. However, it does have the drawback of being a fairly fragile ship, and this is not something that you want to bring to a gunfight. So, anyway, with that, let's see if I can get off this sandbar. And yeah, I think that's it. So, hope you enjoyed the replay, and I will talk to you later. Bye.